What's going on here in the Beat Sessions? I'm your host, Mitchell Weary, back in the studio and ready to talk about Rammstein and their new album, Zeit. They released that on April 29th. It's the 8th studio album from the band, and it follows their 2019 Untitled effort, which is a super dope record and was well worth the decade that we had to wait for it, in my opinion anyway. But pleased to see this band keep their creative momentum going over the last 3 years. God knows we all had a little bit of free time, so like many creative people, these guys took advantage of that and put together a really solid follow-up that I would argue is a little on the mellow side. Probably one of the more mellow records that these guys have put out, and dare I say tame even, but I don't mean that in a bad way. Till Lindemann, great frontman. He always has this commanding presence. That hasn't changed on this record. But lyrically, he's always explored some very interesting, controversial territory, and he's been a little squirrely, and there are definitely some moments on this record where he's showing that. But overall, this is just a great introspective effort in a time when I think, people are just, maybe looking to release that angst. It's the title of one of the songs on this record. And I think that this is an album that is going to resonate with fans. And I really like the honesty coming from Till. I think this is a really cool record for that reason. But musically, you're getting, just lots of big, heavy, chugging grooves on this record. There's some songs that you can just flat out dance to on this thing. I love the way they've always incorporated industrial textures into their music. Remind me a little bit of Stabbing Westward. Those guys just putting out an album recently. But the thing that I've always really admired the most about Rammstein, coming out of Germany, we all know the rich tradition of classical music in that country, and I've always felt that in their music, in their compositions. Big soaring hooks and melodies, these crescendos, all these different elements that you get in classical compositions, and I just admire the way that those guys incorporate just the rich tradition of music coming out of their country while they're also pushing the boundaries of what metal music can be, what industrial rock and roll can be, what dance music can be. These guys, they don't fit within a box, and I've always really appreciated that about them. And this music, this album, keeping that ball rolling. This is a great effort. 11 songs at 44 minutes, really tight. It kicks off with Army der Tristan. It's got this big epic synth open. There's this light ambient synths. They're contrasted with some darker ones. I really like the contrast there, the way that keeps you grounded. Big chugging riff that comes in on this song, giving you that signature feel. These first few tracks, though, a little like, for all the metal influences and elements that are there, a little on the lighter side, and I dig the way that this album opens up that way. I really enjoyed that. Zeit Time is your second track. It's got this piano ballad as far as the melody and the way it opens. The notes in this song, they just make you feel like you're suspended. It really feels like purgatory. I love what they were able to do with that melody in this song. It slowly builds as the drums and guitar enter, and then the chorus explodes. I love the end of the song. You just get this like rapid riff, kind of a surf rock influence on that, but definitely working it in the metal style. Just a great track. Schwartz is your third song. Get more of that piano element, but this song kicks in quick, and I love the way that piano is working in and out of that song. I definitely think it's the highlight of that track. Giftig is your fourth track. It's got this big metal and industrial feel, big chugging guitars, and I really like the stretch that this album hits right through this part of the record. Really some of my favorite songs right here. Zigzag is your fifth song. It just keeps that momentum going that Giftig establishes, and then Okay is your sixth song. It just puts the foot on the gas, and this is where I really just started dancing on this thing. It's got this it really feels like dance metal. I love the big bass in the verse, and then just this excellent coda to finish off this song. Mein Tränen, excuse me. It's got this recitative vocal over an arpeggiated riff. Another rough riff comes in, and it really creates great textures on this song. It's got this big soaring chorus that I really dug. Your eighth song, Angst, is back to that heavy sound. Mein Tränen was a little on the lighter side, and you get into Angst and certainly expressing that emotion, in my opinion. But big chunky bass on this song. I love it. I love the way the drums drive this track as well. It's another track that is very dance worthy. It certainly has that feel. Something that I like to see this kind of stuff remixed by DJs, or even if these guys wanted to collaborate with some guys to do those remixes, expect to see it. I think that's a really cool track. Dick Titten, I believe, is my German is not that great, but this is one of those funny moments where Till is expressing his sense of humor, and this thing The intro is like some type of like military drum march, and then the vocal, you look up the lyrics, and it's hilarious, but I love the way that the melody he creates. He sounds like Neil Diamond, honestly. Everything about this song, given the gravity of the rest of the record, it is kind of heavy and introspective, like I said. This song just came at the right moment and definitely had me laughing. I got a good kick out of that track. Lugin is your penultimate track. It's the best song on the record. It's phenomenal. It's got this recitative vocal over a xylophone in the intro, and then it's so good when it kicks in. I'm just so impressed with the song and the way it builds. The verses are just like a lullaby. It's got this just frenzied bridge. This song is, you talk about those classical compositions and the way they move in out of these different structures. This song is a phenomenal example of what Rammstein does so well, and it belongs in the spot that it's in. And then your final song, Adieu, has got this foreboding piano over these undulating synths in the intro. The verses just got this light industrial feel, great piano, phenomenal way to wrap this record up, and glad to see, like I said, these guys keep the creative juices flowing on this record. This album is phenomenal. Vinyl pleased me, definitely. Happy to see Rammstein back, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this record. Hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, and do all the things to help me blow this project up in 2022. Stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.